What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Klonoa 2, Lunity is Veil. Hello, analog controls turned on, please. I, of course, am Whatthefnu, and this is your official rage warning for this episode. That's right, if you do not appreciate yelling, screaming, or possible swearing coming out of my mouth, please navigate away from this video now, because I guarantee you, this stage is going to be providing plenty of that. Now, I'm not sure how many of you watching this have actually seen my run-through of Luigi's Mansion. Well, long story short, the part of it that's relevant to what I'm about to do is that within that run-through, I mentioned that at one point I tried to speedrun Luigi's Mansion. I tried to set the world record time for a 100% completed file. However, a little wrinkle to that story that I forgot to mention back then was that that was not the first game I ever tried to play professionally. No, once again, my fanboyism for this game wins out, and that honor, in fact, goes to Klonoa 2. So what was I trying to do? Was I trying to 100% it? Was I trying to speedrun it? Or was I just trying to beat the whole thing without getting hit? It was all of these things. At once. What I was attempting back in the day, around like 14 years old, was I was attempting what's called the perfect run of Klonoa 2. Now, what this entailed, at least in my mind, was not only did I have to get 150 Dreamstones on every single stage on my first run-through, not only did I have to get all of the pieces of the Moment dolls also on top of that, but I also had to do it all without getting hit once. Now, I just want to clear the air about something. I appreciate a good challenge in games. I like it. I like games that make me feel like I'm earning my victory. I've played all three and beaten all three of the modern Ninja Gaiden games. I revel in games like Binding of Isaac and La Mulana, just things like that. I can even get a little kick out of Spelunky once in a while. So, believe me that I make no exaggeration when I say that the perfect run of Klonoa 2 is one of the hardest things I have ever attempted to do in a game. I lost a year of game time to this. I was obsessed. I needed to make this happen. I wanted so desperately to do it, to just master this game to the point of absolute perfection. Now, I'm going to be stating this right off that I will never be attempting to do this again. Obviously, this is not an attempt to finally make that go through. But I will tell you right now, I did get close. I got incredibly close. I think the run that finally killed my patience, the thing that finally made me give up the ghost and never attempt that again, was, I think it was the stage before the last one. It was the third border stage where I got hit once and I had to give up. I made it through the rest of the game just fine, but one tiny hit. Out of sheer principle, it didn't matter what I did past that point. It was the fact that I got nailed right there. It wasn't perfect anymore. It's a damn shame, too. I got so close. Ah, well. Maybe I'll go back and practice that again, just for like a charity stream or something someday, if I ever get to the point where people here would actually watch me do a charity stream. Or I'd actually make enough money to make the charity worth it in the first place. Shit, I screwed up there. We have to move fast here. Okay, I'm hearing the echoes there. The interesting thing about these stages, like I was saying, the boarding stages are what probably killed more runs of my go-through of this game than any other stage in the game, simply because you only get one chance at every single gem that flies by your way. But this particular stage, there are more than 150, and I'll explain why in just a second after this cutscene, because I love what happens here. Pooh, don't you know when to quit? Girls don't like pesky boys, you know. But, so what if he's pesky? It doesn't matter. I like him just fine. Huh? She realizes what she just said. That just makes me happy. So anyways, yeah, there's what the developers did not plan on. If you saw that mirror fairy that I picked up, they only meant for you to use that thing's powers for the ramp leading up to the blue gem. But if you're quick enough, you make Klonoa move fast enough, you can actually pick up the ones on the ramp after that as well and double their value. There's actually 150 gems to collect on this stage because of that. Well, if you're totally perfect, which I wasn't near the end there. Let me just grab this guy right here, so... Oh, I missed it! Well, that's okay. You're really not supposed to focus on Tat during your first run-through anyway. What this is supposed to be about is just collecting the gems and getting all of the star pieces out of the way. Or, well, just what they look like, okay? Stop riding on me about the exact terminology about this shit. I don't care, and neither should you. Alright, come on. The chase with Tat is endless. There's no way to actually lose this thing. You can keep going up and down and around as many times as you like until you catch her. It's just a matter of how patient you actually are. Now, if you're actually chasing after her, you want to avoid the ramps. You go faster on the ground when you're not... Sorry, you go much faster on the ground than you go in the air. There. Is that worded properly enough for you guys? Jeez. There we go. Grab that. If you're quick enough, you can actually nab Tat before even the first bend in this path. I've done it before. In fact, you know what? Let's go around one more time. I kind of want to show that off. Just to prove that it is possible. Maybe make up for a little bit of my failure so far in this video. God, I hope I've collected 150 Dreamstones, because I really do not want to have to do this entire stage over again. After basically spilling my guts on how difficult this is. This is kind of a PTSD thing for me, though. I remember this stage, but for all the wrong reasons. Right then, don't even worry about turning. You can just kind of hug the right side of the board right here for a little while, and you'll be just fine. Probably could have done it there, too, but I decided against it. Chickened out a little bit. Alright, come here, you. Come here, you! Bingo! Cat's in the bag, baby. We got the real McCoy this time, as Klonoa will put it. Ha! Serves you right. The element's ours. Oh, poo. What does Winnie have to do with this? What, is Christopher Robin gonna show up and steal the element from us next? Disney better not content my ID my video because of that. This is all your fault, Namco. This is all your fault. What was that? Sounds like the Central Plaza to me. Does the Central Plaza have a particular sound, or is that the direction it's coming from? You might want to go there soon. See ya. What does she mean by that? What does she mean by that? I guess we're gonna find out here in a second, won't we? One more doll added to the collection. Oh, fingers crossed. Please tell me we got 150 gems in that. Yeah, exactly! First try! First try, baby! Oh, that's beautiful. I'm loving it. I am so loving it right now. We're at McDonald's, baby. And, fittingly enough, because we're at McDonald's, we're going to go to Joyland Plaza. What the? Is somebody broken into the element already? What Oh, right. I forgot about this guy. What is you? I know I say that a lot, but seriously. Apparently he's Lapito the Flower Clown, but what the hell? This guy is so weird. It's one of the strangest designs I've ever seen. Now, of course, what you're trying to do here is find the real one amongst all of these clones, which isn't too hard. Not only does he spin while he's jumping, but you can also spot him doing that type of spinning when he's coming down as well. You'll have moves constantly coming out of the pit here. Just knock him back and forth, over and over again. Hit him again and again, and yeah, I got him in one cycle! If you don't hit him too quickly there, he actually just goes back and creates more clones. So glad I could actually save some time right there. Now he's going to ramp things up a little bit. Oh, jeez. Now, again, you're trying to knock this guy off to the side a little bit. But there's a bit more of a trick to it than that. Just hitting him alone isn't going to do damage. What you have to do, and this took me forever to figure out, is aim inside of his little drill compartment there. Man, did that take a while to understand when I was a kid. This game makes you feel like a genius. It really does. This is the beauty of having really simple mechanics, is when you figure out all the clever ways that you can use them in, and you understand all of the ways the developers toyed around with their own concepts, you feel like a genius. You're like, oh yeah, that's what I can do. That's really incredible. Just a tip for future designers out there. Just play with your game. And I don't mean just actually play the game, I mean just toy with it. Challenge your own concepts. Do things that are interesting, different, fun. Just make something that you will have just as much fun playing as you want anybody else to. Make the games you want to play. That was well done, Klonoa. The Orina! Thanks to that creature and Tat, I have sufficient data from the ring. Data? Data for what? You can keep the element as a souvenir, until we meet again. Data for what? What does she need data for? How is she gonna use the data? Do computers even exist in this world? She was holding onto a compact disc. Okay, well, whatever. So I aim here and... Oh yeah, you're gonna make me do it again. You know, it was kind of charming the first time, but now you're just going out of your way to make me do all the work for you. And everybody's looking up. They're like, oh, the tower hasn't rung in ages. Is it really that big an event? Can they even hear it over the noise of the park? This makes 2. Goody goody. Don't be counting your chickens yet, will ya? Could you keep a tighter grip on them this time? Don't worry. Just leave it to me. So I'll take that as a no on the security front. Oh, why not? Let's save. Save over my first file here. I have a feeling I'm not going to need that one anymore. By now, episodes have gone up of Fulgrim the Armor Beast already, and the stage after that. So guys, I believe that's it for this episode. Or is it? Seems we've unlocked one tiny little thing on the map here. And, oh, you guys said you're comfortable with videos being over 20 minutes. Let's go take a look at what it is. This is the Moment House, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, there it is again. That's practically my catchphrase at this point. Ladies and gentlemen. Should I start up a counter for that? My God. I don't know why I say it so much. There's obviously no ladies watching my channel. No, seriously, I'm looking at my analytics. It is 100% male. I do not make that statement jokingly. That is an actual fact. Oh, pardon me. I'm Moment, the showman of memories. I make various attractions based on memories for everyone to enjoy. So, how about it? Would you like to try one out? Oh, that reminds me. Of what? Come on, don't let the dialogue hang like that. Did you happen to come across any dolls during your adventures? Quite a few, actually. Why? I created some memory dolls, you see. This guy tends to pause a lot in his speech. You're gonna have to get used to this. But they all ran off shouting, "We want more memories." I don't know why this guy suddenly turned into Mickey Mouse, but I suppose they're having grand old adventures of their own now. They aren't very sturdy, though. I hope they aren't lying about broken somewhere. If you find any, could you bring them back here, please? Well, can do, Momet. In fact, I already have 5 of them. So, how about a little attack challenge against giant monsters I recreated? Yes, this is actually where it all comes together now, doesn't it? And much faster than Parasite Eve. This is where you can fight bosses over again, as I mentioned before. And, once again, the timer will show up in the bottom right corner if you wish. But it's a little more than that. This place is also the home of the scrapbook. And if you read right there, how about a masterpiece for each vision you collect more than 150 dreamstones in? Yep, this is where I'm actually getting the thumbnails for the videos. This scrapbook has a whole bunch of pictures within it. Like, there's this one right here I didn't use for a video. There's episode 1. There's episode 2. That's over at La Lakusha. There's episode 3, Joyland Fun Park. And here's the one I'm probably going to use for this episode. Hey, wait a minute. That's false advertising. We only chase the dark side on the jungle slider. Blasphemy. Blasphemy. You don't know what you're doing. And that's all for now. I will be covering the scrapbook eventually because I do plan on getting all of the dreamstones in the game, or at least all of the pictures. I think that'll be a Project N type of thing. For now, let's exit out of the Moment House because we have things to do. Places to go, people to see, namely Bagaji. So, in the next episode of Klonoa 2, Lunatia's Veil, we'll go pay the old man a visit, or old prophet a visit. We're not really sure what he is at this point. And continue the story from there. Until then, I'm Whatthefnu. Later, everybody!